Out of nowhere, question of the week is going to my guy, Randy Savage. What's going on, my dude? How are you?
Whoa, what a shocker. Me?
Hey,
Oh,
man.
man.
They don't know yet. They don't know. They won't know until we start the show. But as you know, we just got done with a presidential election. We're not going to get into that, not at all. But I wanted to ask you if there was a president for like a wrestlers association, kind of like how Chris Paul was the president of a players association in the NBA. Who would you elect to be the president of wrestling association?
So I'm assuming it has to be like an active superstar, right?
Correct. Yeah, active
Yeah.
superstar. Active superstar.
Two people come to mind. Two people that are just in my mind for the future of wrestling, and they just have like a good understanding of what should come next for wrestling, and that's basically Dominic Mysterio as like my first choice. I think Dominic Mysterio knows what's up. Get rid of the old folks. It's a new, like it's a new day.
That's
And
facts.
so I think Dominic Mysterio will definitely be my first choice. But after that, I think a legendary like candidacy, like a legendary election, which where we get to choose, would probably have to come down to just for old time's sake. Uh, what's his? Damn, I forgot his name. Fucking. I was gonna say actually say Edge, just because of for their rivalry sake,
Yeah.
and or the rivalry sake of the business. But I think Edge and Dominic would be my two choices.
Who would you pick though? Like if you were
Oh,
to
Dominic, for sure. Come on, bro. That's the whole reason I chose Edge. I want Edge to lose. You know, the future's
hey,
now, old man.
when I was thinking of this question, I was just like, damn, who would be a great choice? Who would have all the respect? Nobody would like say anything, and I was just like, it's got to be Dominic. Like if
It's
anybody's gonna run anything, it's definitely gonna be
I think we've learned some things from the past few elections that controversy kind of works, man.
nah, facts. I think we're both in agreement on Dominic Mysterio. But hey, we have a lot to talk about. We're going to recap Crown Jewel. We're going to talk about NXT and AEW since they were up against each other, and we're going to talk a little AEW on. Messed up here. I'm sorry. We're going to talk a little AEW on Orange Cassidy, Malakai Black, and I want to talk to you about Takeshita and. But right now, let's just go ahead and start our show.
Four sides of the ring, four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion, your ego should die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating, you know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring, leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring, four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion, your ego should die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating, you know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring, leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring.
What is going on? Ringsiders, your favorite faction is back. I am Marcus Hernandez, except we're not a faction tonight because we only got Brandy Savage in the building. So I guess, your tag team of faces is in the building. We don't have the residential haters with us. Sadly, Chano is at work, and Nick Ram said he wasn't feeling well. I do have little Marcus in the background going ballistics right now. That's fine.
Little baby manager.
Yeah, he can't hop on the show. So. But we'll put this up here for our boys who sadly couldn't make it. The residential haters, you already
They're
know.
they're, they're somewhere hating. We know that for a fact.
They're somewhere hating right now. They're probably like, "Oh, we could have ran this show better than Brandy and Marcus."
Hmm.
But it's all good. How you doing, bro? How are
I'm good, man. It's kind of a bittersweet episode for me. It's not. It's we potentially not going to be on for the foreseeable future, but you know bigger things on the horizon. But I'm always here with you guys. This isn't goodbye, obviously. I'm gonna
you?
be tapped in.
Bigger things are in the horizon. Everybody, Brandy Savage is sadly being moved tonight. We don't know how long, but it's going to be for a little bit. So he be gone for quite some time. He's leaving me alone with the residential haters. I think they might take over the show. I'm not
Oh, it's a wrap for you, man.
it's,
We've been
it's a
trying. We've been trying to keep it calm, but
they're just about to tag team me. Pause, but I'm not trying to lose my shit. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm trying to bring back the Zombie King. I'm trying to fly him back out from his vacation, but
he's still in Fiji, right?
yeah, he's got his feet
Yeah.
up in the sand, chilling. I think he's gonna go climb Mount Everest soon too. Man,
He got his crown on, chilling with the crown on.
yeah, just chilling with the crown on, traveling the whole world. But we will try to bring him back, so I'm have at least a tag team partner. Because Nitram and Chana, I mean, as far as you guys know, Brandy definitely knows firsthand. Once they get started, there's no stopping them.
That's a fact, and they get started very easily.
And they get started very, very easily. You're absolutely right. Yeah, man. Saturday we had a PLE. How'd you feel about the afternoon PLE? Do you enjoy? Was it 1:30? I think it was at 1:30.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it. Like, sometimes you wake up late because of a late Friday night. You wake up, it's around 11:30. Like, oh, I got a pay-per-view in a little bit. Let me make some eggs, get ready. And then 3 o'clock hits, the pay-per-view's over, and you got the whole day ahead of you. It's my favorite time for a pay-per-view. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, I don't know if I'm not going to say I don't enjoy it, because I do enjoy it. Because you get your whole Saturday after, your Saturday evening, your Saturday night. But it sucks when, you're out and about, you're doing the family thing, and you can't watch it live. Or, you're trying to watch it live on your phone, but you're also trying to do the family thing at the same time. Sometimes you got to watch it late. Didn't get to watch it live. I was a little late on it, but I still watched it. It was a decent PLE. We spoke last episode about how is Crown Jewel one of those PLEs that must be a must-see, right? And you were on the verge of saying yes, it should be. After watching it, do you still feel like Crown Jewel should be one of those must-see?
Damn, after watching it, not so much. It was definitely what I talked about in the last episode of what I feared for these type of shows, which is a glorified house show. It's somewhat what it felt, even with the stakes of the big ass title. Excuse me. I don't think I'm not like, I know a lot of people are complaining about like the certain finishes and stuff like that, but I don't know. I feel like yes, like a lot of these endings were protected and so on, but I don't know. It's still very much a glorified house show.
Very, very much glorified. And the word is like, I feel like they went a different way. You know what I mean? I understand why they went, but some of the match placements is like saw kind of new. I don't know. I feel like they should have swapped. I feel like Nia should have won, and Gunther should have won.
Well, that's why I feel like it was like a house show, because like I don't know if the viewers at home have ever been to a house show, but like a lot of times it's just fun and games and antics, and the predictable outcome hits. And a lot of times it's like some goofy shit that led to a victory or one of those things. And it's just like with the protection of the entire Judgment Day and all that, it just felt like, I mean, not the entire, but Dominic and Raquel. And with the Gunther finish, I'm disappointed with it. That one too as well. It's like one of those, like, it's so obvious that you should have made it different.
I was like, you gave it to him.
Yeah, like you just like, I don't know. I feel like after, to me, Cody Rhodes' welcoming party to the WWE was low key when Royal Rumble a couple years back, when him and Gunther met and they were the last two standing. Mm-hmm. To me, that was like they had like a 20-minute match at that Rumble, and it was fantastic. And like, it just felt like, okay, when these two finally meet, like Gunther's gonna go over, obviously. And they didn't do that. So it's a lot of things with the Cody booking. It just feels like there's no payoff a lot of these times, and that's kind of the tough part.
You know what? I agree with you, because I sat there and I thought about it. I was just like, okay, I love the matchup. Gunther versus Cody. It's a
Mm-hmm.
great matchup. You know what I mean? It's a main event match, of course. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, okay, I know they're gonna give it to Cody, but like, how can we do this right for Cody? How can we give it? I sat there and I was like, all right, Cody not only eliminated this man twice in the Royal Rumble, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sends him, and then he's sticking in Raw. He is the world heavyweight champion. I understand Cody just it was just like, okay, he gave Cody his spot and his glorified time twice. So why couldn't we just do it for him once? I don't know. Maybe down the road, we'll see these two collide again. Right? We have a Survivor Series coming up, and I would love to see the champions go back at it like they used to do back in the old days. Champion versus champion, Survivor Series, Raw versus SmackDown. Maybe even throw a triple threat in there and throw in a Trick Williams so maybe you get upset, and have Trick Williams go over both.
I would be upset about that too, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd be very upset. We'll probably be in here raging. But yeah, I just felt like there was a way they could have done Gunther better. And I get it, as China would say, Cody Rhodes is the savior of all saviors for wrestling in the WWE. Maybe. But sometimes I feel like you just go with the heel and it'd be okay. And it'd be very okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that triple threat match for the United States Championship? Were you happy with the outcome of LA Knight winning?
I wasn't happy with it about that. Yeah, no, I was pissed. I was like, I wanted to like press the dummy button for WWE, like dummy, dummy, dummy. It's just like let it go, let it go. I bet you, like one of the stakes of Crown Jewel is like LA Knight does not drop his title here.
And the crowd loved him, man, when he came out.
I know.
The crowd loved him. They loved him out there. It was a good match. It was a very good match.
That it was.
It kind of makes sense for LA Knight to win. I totally understand it. But this is another match right here too. It's like, man, you have an opportunity to throw the title on a new person. Either guy, I feel like whoever would have got it, besides LA Knight, Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, you would have had a pop for either one. Sadly, you might have gotten a bigger pop for Carmelo Hayes than Andrade, but that's okay. You know what I mean? That'd have been fun. But I think all this was to build so Andrade and Carmelo could have that final 7th match, because obviously their other one was interrupted by LA Knight, this is what made that triple threat match. So LA Knight did his thing. It was a great match. I gotta agree with you in this one sense. Last week you said it's good to see him in the ring with two guys who can actually work. I do think LA Knight could work, but Carmelo Hayes and Andrade are definitely way better in ring than he is. They carried him. I'm not gonna even lie. They carried him. The match was still good. I thought it was the match of the entire week, in my opinion. So I know you're upset LA Knight won, but
I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I enjoyed the match. I'm not upset. I'm more upset LA Knight interrupted Game 7 than I am him winning the match, if I'm being honest. Like, because now it was like Game 7 got interrupted, and now you just threw them in the middle of like a feud. Like, hey man, they're beefing. Like, why are you doing this? Now we have 3 triple threat at Crown Jewel, and now what is this, match 9 now? Like LA Knight beat them best 2 out of 3, it seems like, or whatever. Like, it's just, I don't know.
I feel like it's, and this is gonna be a sports reference. If you know, you know. I feel like it's kind of like Jalen Brunson and Halliburton have their rivalry, and Trae Young was like, well, "What about me?" And now he has these comments.
No, literally, no, like exactly that. Like, somebody's just beefing, like fiending for some attention. Clearly,
right.
And that's honestly, I feel like that's LA Knight's gimmick in a nutshell. Is like somebody who just wants all the attention he can get.
Yeah, feeding for attention. Hey, that might make sense. Let's talk about our bloodline, our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, not Solo Sikoa, as Israel stated. I don't know.
Disgusting.
First off, before we get into it, what was your thoughts on the match?
I thought the match was okay. One thing I will say is I'm glad it started the show.
Yes.
Like, for once, it was one of those situations like, good, this should start the show. And I think with it starting the show, though, we know we weren't getting any like special pops, which it's Crown Jewel. We probably weren't going to get any special pops anyway. But I just thought, I'm not a big fan of the Bloodline tag team matches. I've been over those for a while now. Like, if it, like, yes, we got the Usos back. That's the only thing I was like, yes, you know what I mean? But yeah, they
I
had
don't know.
some great moments that made me pop.
I don't know if we fully have them back yet. You know what I mean?
I mean, we got the super kicks. That's all I needed.
The color scheme wasn't on, wasn't set in stone, I guess, when they got out there. But yeah, like you, man, I'm happy that Usos are back. I'm happy that the brothers are, able to find a fine line and agree with each other. As we're both brothers. Everybody knows we're both. I have a younger brother. I have older brothers. You have an older brother. But we fight with our brothers all the time. We don't agree with our brothers all the time, but family. You learn how to get over it. You learn how to let water under the bridge and just agree. That okay, it is what it is. Now, my brother has never done the things that Roman has done to Jey Uso, but so I can't speak for Jey Uso on wanting to accept his cousin's apology, right? It seems like Roman is trying to apologize without trying to apologize. He's one of those guys like he's sorry, but he's not sorry. Okay, look, I guess you can run back with us. It's all good now. And Jay really wants him. Like, come on, give me a hug, say you love me, and let's let bygones be bygones. But I do agree with you. This match starting off the show was good. It was a little slow paced in the beginning at first. I'm not sure who was really trying to figure it all out. Solo was definitely the oddball in ring.
Yeah.
Definitely just can't keep up with these guys, and it sucks, but it doesn't. He's still learning. He's still young. Jacob Fatu is obviously a crazy man in ring, so it was awesome to see the face to face with him involved with Usos. Super kick party was crazy. So it was an interesting match to start off the show. I just felt like it could have been better. They could have been better, you know. But again, I feel like they weren't that great because it was a Saudi show,
Yeah.
and they did their things to entertain the fans out there, and those fans were entertained. I mean, I think they had their ones up. They were lit from start to finish. And they always are at Crown Jewel. You know what I mean? Those guys go ballistic. I think the stadium that they were in is a perfect stadium because of the echo of the sound in the crowd is
Yeah.
beautiful. So when Sami Zayn and all that happened. So overall, Crown Jewel was okay. It wasn't the best of the best, and it wasn't the worst of the worst. It's kind of in the middle of their Crown Jewels right now. For me,
Definitely in the middle of the yeah.
their worst one was the Super WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That was to me
Disrespectful.
It was super disrespectful. Yeah, it just wasn't worth it. So Crown Jewel was okay in my opinion. This one you
know what?
probably didn't have to watch.
No, you definitely didn't have to watch it. But one thing I did want to say about Solo real quick is I've been thinking about him a little bit, and I gotta talk about his glow up, man. Like this guy, he went from being shoeless to wearing boots, and now he be suited up all the time. Like it's crazy.
He'd be suited up. I think he got tired of getting stepped on.
Yeah, it has to be, man, because but
Like-
it changed his whole mindset. Now this guy actually wears actual clothes. Like he went from
Yeah.
boots to it's crazy to me. I heard he used to walk around in the winter like with shirtless. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
Now he wears a winter coat.
There was like a video of them saying like he was like walking barefooted backstage and everything. Like he would just be barefooted the entire time.
It's so like what?
Right, like come on, bro. I know you got some slides. Just take the slides off.
Yeah. Even Riddle used to like wear the slides.
Right, exactly. So yeah, Crown Jewel, ladies and gentlemen, you can check it out if you wanted to. If you missed it, it was pretty decent. You probably didn't have to check it out. If you missed it, you probably weren't missing much. Let's talk about Monday night. Monday night was a little different for everybody in the States, maybe even all around the world. And we're going to talk about that later on in the show, the specifics of why it was different. But let's talk about the number one contendership for the Women's Tag Team Championships. We have Io Sky, Kairi, Sane. Are these two girls damage control the right opponents to take the titles from Jade and Bianca and continue this crazy run of women's wrestling and women's tag team wrestling?
It's like I'm actually very conflicted on the answer because I mean I've always loved the last year, this time around, Damage Control and Bianca and whoever would side with Bianca were fighting, and they just have like a good rivalry where like she took the belt from Bianca with the Money in the Bank and all these like so I think story wise it's good, but also at the same time story wise it could be a good way to have Bianca show her strength against Io because it's tight protected in a sense. So no, I don't think they should be the guys, the women to take the belts off of them.
You know what? Sadly, I agree with you. I don't think Kyrie and Io are the women to do it, and only because not because they're not great wrestlers, because they're phenomenal wrestlers. Only because I truly think this match here is really Bianca Jade versus Jakara Clash Legend, and I think we'll
Yes,
finally
sir.
get that. But I also think Io Sky and Kairi Sane are being built to kind of have like a self destruction moment. You know what I mean? They're not down bad, but they're sad. They're losing, and I think the only thing to hype them up will be the return of their damage control leader, or used to be leader, and now or and tag team partner is Asuka. And I think
Asuka was never
Asuka.
a leader.
Well, I'm gonna call her the leader. I know she wasn't. Io Sky's the leader. I totally. Well,
Yeah.
first it was Bailey. Let's
Yeah.
Bailey.
At first, I was like, "Oh, he's talking about Bailey. Think they're getting it back with Bailey?"
No, she's on SmackDown. But I do think Oscar will come back, and then that's when morale will boost up for all of them in damage control. So I could be wrong, and I hope Oscar comes back. But I do think Io Sky and Kairi Sane are not going to win, but they are the perfect women to have a match with that can put over Jade in a sense. Not really worried about putting over Bianca because Bianca is going to get put over no matter what. But these two girls will make Jade fantastic in the ring. So, man, my guest on who needs to be next WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, give it to Jakara Clash Legend.
The Meta Girls. I agree with you on that, man. And like they've officially been called up, so hopefully, man.
Hopefully, yeah, definitely. Hopefully, it would be great. It would be actually all of Metaphor on main roster would be really good.
I agree with that. I mean, I wouldn't say all, but yeah, I feel you.
At least bring Noman Dar. My guy Noman Dar needs to be on main
I wasn't talking about Noman Dar, man.
roster. Okay. The other one needs to stay.
Nah, big fan of Mensa.
You know, a big fan of Aura.
Nah.
Okay, all right. Mensa does need a little bit of work. Maybe he'll stay in, and maybe Noman Dar would just come and help the girls or do something. Who knows? Let's talk about the Y6, brother. I really was thinking about why they didn't start the storyline with the Miz first, because it's great. It makes sense. It has a long term story. It goes all the way back to Bray Wyatt and his family, you know. But they went with Chad Gable. So do you think that they should have started the storyline with the Miz first over the Chad Gable story?
I f- hmm. So, in retrospect, I do believe that the Chad Gable story was just a failure. Like it didn't live up to the hype that it was supposed to have, and I think that was WWE's end on it. Like I think it was supposed to have more than that.
Hmm.
But with that said, don't bury your lead. So I do think they should have started with the Miz because that story right there is cinema, baby. We're back.
100%. I was so locked in. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
they got my dude tied up.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to cry for him, but I was scared. And then when the buzzer came out, I was like, "Oh, yo, nah." And it was really good cinema, And I agree with you, like you said, the Chad Gable just kind of just hit like a dud and died out.
Mm-hmm.
And
It
it was
would.
like, go ahead.
It's one of those things where you got to be careful what you wish for, man. We wanted Chad Gable to either go for a singles run or link up with the Creeds and go heel, and he did that. He did exactly that, and it hasn't been great.
Because he still
Hasn't lived up to expectations.
right. And I thought the whole thing was, I thought the Wyatt Six was trying to change people. Chad still hates his old team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Yep.
yeah, I definitely agree with you. It was kind of a letdown. It kind of didn't happen. It didn't need to happen. And I'm watching this Miz storyline unfold week after week. And I'm like, man, these guys should have started with this. you drag this for so long. You bring out the history. Everything was like written there for you. And I think that's what they finally clicked, backstage. Like, oh, we should have did this first. But we're getting it now, and it's really good right now. It's way better than the Chad Gable. So I'm really interested to see what's going to happen with the Miz. I'm really interested to see if Karrion Kross is going to come out and continue to because Bo told him, we weren't aiming at the test. We were always just aiming at you. So interesting to see where it's going to go and how the Miz gets out of it. How do you think the Miz is going to get out of this?
I don't think he does. I think the Wyatt 6 finally has a 6.
Interesting. Okay.
I think this is something new for the Miz.
There's so many like topics, right? That you can say about the 6 and who could it be? Everybody would love for it to be Bliss if she decides to come back. She said she was. We don't know that yet. The Miz would be an interesting choice. And one person I truly think about who got retired by Bray Wyatt, technically speaking, is John Cena. And John Cena is supposed to be coming back in 2025 for his last run. Do you think we could see something with the Wyatt 6 and Cena?
Honestly, I don't know if we will, but I really do hope we get a John Cena Bo Dallas match at some point. But like, there's so many routes with that too. Like, it's fantastic. Like, they definitely need to do that.
There's just a lot of routes. Another person that comes to mind too is AJ Styles.
Yeah,
he's another one that had a running with them. So I feel like they could definitely bring out better stories and everything. But the Miz stuff is great.
Well, the Miz, like the reason why the Miz stuff is so great is because it touches on history, and that's something the Chad Gable thing didn't do. It's like, everybody loves long-term storytelling, even if it wasn't intentional. We still love it.
Right.
So I feel like there's so many people out there, like you said, AJ Styles, Randy Orton. So many people have crossed paths with the Wyatt family that you could make anything work if you just do history.
Exactly. And Gable just sadly didn't have that history.
Didn't have it.
They used the history of him turning on his friends and so-called family. It was okay. It was interesting. But this is better. And like you said, when you build up the fact of long-term storytelling, when people didn't know or seem to forget that stuff like that had happened in the past, you pretty much like flicker a light bulb. Oh man, that did happen. Let me go back and check to see why they were doing that to the Miz now, and how that all escalated to where we're at. So, shouts out to WWE and TKO, Triple H for switching it up. Chad Gable stuff did die out; it didn't make any sense, but going in the right direction with the Miz. So let's see how this turns out today. Miz ends up being part of the Wyatt 6. You heard it here first from Brandy Savage on 4 Sides of the Ring. That's a fact. Brandy, man, War Raiders have been on a roll since they've been back. But can you truly see them as tag team champions?
The reason why I can see them as tag team champions is because I don't feel like the current champions are, one, invested in the championship, and two, aren't even that great of contenders, really. Like, I'm not even trying to like shit on them. I'm just saying, like, they're basically equal level of talent to the War Raiders. And I just, so I do think they should definitely get a shot, and they should definitely win it, because those two dudes can ball, and they'll bring some excitement to the Raw division.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. You can definitely tell that Balor and JD aren't really. Well, I'm not going to say JD. JD's very invested in his tag.
That is true.
With his mentor, I think it's his mentor who isn't invested in his tag team because of comments that were said by Ivar. You've heard them.
Yep.
Comments. And I have this theory, man. I really do have this theory that Finn Balor has just been using the Judgment Day to get the title. Every time he tries to get there, something crazy happens, and it just drifts his plan back and back and back. And I think him and Liv Morgan have a bigger plan for themselves, but it may backfire. So it's just really interesting to see that. their story. But to jump back to the War Raiders, as tag team champions, 100%. They have the gimmick. They're a tag team. Two big guys who can do incredible moves. And like you said, they can definitely shape up and make tag team interesting in the Raw division. Maybe more interesting than what it is right now on SmackDown. No disrespect to Motor City Machine Guns, but I don't know what's in store for you yet. I don't know what tag teams are in store for you yet because rumor mill has it that Street Profits are walking. We don't know that yet, so we're not going to confirm anything. But the War Raiders, yes, tag team champions. I can definitely see it. When I don't know. How I don't know, but they will get it. We'll see. We got your boy Sami Zayn. Call him your boy.
Absolutely.
Because I know Nick Ram says you hated him.
I don't, that's crazy to me.
Hey, that was his
I've
thing,
loved.
you know what I mean? That was
I love Sammy when he brought Nick, so like I don't understand where that's coming from.
true. But let's is Sammy and Uce, man.
I mean, and I hate to play with words, but he's an honorary Oos, which means he gets Usi, so he's definitely a Oos or Oos affiliate, but he's definitely gang or was gang, so it's always gang because when you family, family's forever.
That's facts. Family is forever, and you know what? I gotta say he's a news too, man, because he sacrificed so much. He sacrificed so much to have a family, to be a part of the bloodline when he felt like he didn't have nothing, and his best friend Kevin Owens was out there doing all these great things with other people. Sammy just wanted a home. He found it. Sadly, he had to be the shield of everything. We got a match. All right, Sammy, you're in that match. You're gonna do this. And during that time, he finds himself. Well, maybe I could just be better than all these guys. Sadly, not better than Roman, but then gets over on the Usos. So is Sammy an Us? I would say yes, considering the fact that he does anything that a family would do: love, fight, hate, argue, but knows how to come together when desperate times are needed, and knows how to be there for his family when times are needed. And he can definitely tell right now his honorary family needs help. So I would say Sammy is a news. Definitely agree with you there. If anybody who doesn't think Sammy is a news, I think you're just not following the storyline right. Jimmy is my guy and doesn't want him there. But I think Jimmy's gonna come around. I truly do think Jimmy's gonna come around and
Yeah.
like, all right, Sammy, you a news, you a news.
So
Roman, I don't know.
Roman is definitely never coming around until. So it's just they're repeating the same story, just with Jimmy being upset with Sammy now. And Roman's gonna be skeptical until that Huluva kick hits Solo, baby. That goes same thing with the Kevin Owens. It's the same pop. Roman's gonna be the one that hugs him, and it's gonna be a double hug of him and Jimmy jumping in the air. I don't know. And also, I think a good rule of thumb is if you have tribal merch, you're an Oos. Honorary Oos with Sammy's merch, he's a Oos forever.
That might be a fact. If he's an Oos forever, could you imagine if Cody Rhodes decided to side with Solo for the greater good because he hates Roman that much?
I mean, I wish he would had the balls to oppose Roman again.
He's not. Roman's definitely gonna have to get to him. We'll see.
Yeah,
We don't.
you're standing in my way.
Right. We don't always have the answers here. Let's take a small break and we'll be right back.
The following announcement.
Four Sides of the Ring.com brought to you by our guy, the only guy, Brandy Savage, the bad guy. I don't want to say the only guy because then Brandon the guy might be like, no, I'm the only guy.
Yeah,
Just license.
We just happen to be Brandon and guys of some sorts, but it's like low-key his government. He got it.
That's true. Four sides of the ring back up. You can find all our newest merch. We have our NWO merch. We have Pedro Morales merch. We got new merch coming. So just stay tuned, man.
Man, that Pedro Morales merch is fire.
It's fire. I have mine should be coming soon actually. So if
Oh, word.
you have ordered anything, man, we truly appreciate everybody. Speaking of Pedro Morales and the Puerto Rican, now let's talk about the Puerto Rican that just won his number one contender spotlight. Again, Damian Priest. Even though I felt like it should have gone to Dominic Mysterio because push that man to the sky, he needs to be world champion. That's another conversation. Where you hype Damian Priest got his spot for the number one contender?
I wasn't hyped because I expected it, but like, it's just like, you know, with Crown Jewel always on the horizon, everything just stops, it takes a major halt, and it's like, I'm not that hyped because like the story is about a month old, possibly even two. Like, it's a little too late. I don't really care. I know he's gonna lose, so it's like I had no hype for it. Like, if there was any inkling in my mind that he might win, I'd be mad hype. But I know Damien's going under. He gonna be counting the lights.
You don't think he'll go over on Gunther?
Not this time around.
Not this time around. Yeah, definitely not. I don't know. It's a little. Like I said, for me, should have been Dominic. I think Dominic
Definitely should have been Dominic.
Yeah, I would much rather watch Gunther beat Dominic. Dominic just trying to get over on this man, knowing it's not going to happen, than watch Damian Priest.
Dude, one of my favorite matches from the Intercontinental reign was the Dominic match.
Oh yeah,
that match cooked. That match cooked.
My man ripped off his bulletproof vest and nah, bro, you taking these chops?
Yep. Like,
this ain't happening. Yeah, you're 100%. I'm like you to say I was hyped, not really. You know, congrats to Damian Priest on everything. Got new intro music. Cool. People might say if you get new intro music, you're getting pushed to the sky. I don't know about all that, but the intro music was cool. Everything about him is awesome. Just, you know, why, like, if we're just gonna feed Gunther people, it shouldn't be this guy. You know what I mean? Like, this guy should be building his resume, you know, trying to come back to that spot. Because sadly, he's gonna get not buried. They're gonna have a phenomenal match, but we might not see him after this for a little bit. You know what I mean? He's gonna go back down to the total. You know, it would have made more sense to me if it was just Dom, because you know Dom can just sneak his way back into a number one position. It just all makes sense. You know? Dom could do whatever he wants.
well, I think the outcome of this, like I said, it's a month old. We forget. You know, we're getting old here. We can't keep up with this stuff. But I think the end game is a Finn Balor versus Gunther title match. And I think the way to get there is through Dom and or Damian Priest interruptions of Finn.
I can see that. That's a 2 for 2. Y'all heard it here first. Then Balor versus Gunther, brought to you by Brandy Savage. If it happens, you know where you heard it. Tuesday night, I guess we had a free night, right? We had a free night. We didn't have to watch no wrestling because of the election. So we had NXT versus AEW head to head on Wednesday. Which one were you watching more?
So, you know, Nitram was kind of in charge of the remote, and he was really favoring AEW. So I kept having to like turn my phone on, like, look, this is what's happening. Turn it on. You know, so like, not everything was sold though. I'm not gonna lie. Like the RVD match, he didn't buy that one. He didn't care, even though he loves Javon Evans. This guy loves the Greensboro native. But we caught the end of the. No, yeah, he was not. Like, I was damn. I thought that was a seller right there. But yeah, I think he hates Wesley that much. I'm not sure. You know, like, look, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this episode's been a lot really positive because like they're not here, so like I gotta express their hate for them.
Yeah.
He hates Wesley. Just, you know.
Yeah, I know Chance wasn't watching as much because he was like, "You're bringing all these old ECW guys in. Why would I want to watch that?"
Honestly, it was kind of cringe. It kind of was like
it's very cringe, man.
Yeah.
Very cringe. It's like, bro, like, come on now, y'all don't need to do this.
I love paying homage, but this is a little much.
Very true. Yeah, I'm kind of like you. I was flipping back and forth. I had AEW on the TV, NXT on my phone, and then just keeping up with the Knicks game as well.
Yeah.
our Knicks was playing. But I'm not gonna say which one. I don't. I think I enjoyed them both equally. They both had some dry spots and some dead spots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me tune into this one. But the Wesley Javon Evans, that match kind of sold me. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta watch these two go at it, and I'm definitely happy I did because it was a great match. It was a long jump for Javon Evans, and he tried it. He kind of got there, but he got there, I guess. The fact that Nate Ram didn't want to watch that, man, that's crazy because, like you said, he's such a big fan of the Greensboro native, and we're North Carolinians as well. So you would think that he would TV on and watch it. You saw the numbers. I'm not sure if you saw the numbers actually, but the numbers came out. Apparently, more people were watching NXT over AEW, and everybody was like, "Oh, it's over for AEW. That's their day," and they still lost. You know what? I don't think that matters because 650 whatever thousand people still watched. And that's a lot. That's a lot of people. Also, at the same time, when you're promoting a match at such a legendary arena for such a legendary promotion, you are going to get the legendary old school fans to try to tune in because they got what they wanted. You know what I mean? They got
Hey, man,
they
it's
got
called booking, bro. That's how
hey,
booking works.
it's called hey, Sean knows what he's doing 100%. Hey, we've been saying since the show started, right? I hated on NXT for a little bit, and then started coming around, and Sean's been cooking. Even though I say it, NXT is the most consistent promotion out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
All their storylines add up. All their storylines follow each other. So keep it up. You know what I mean? You beat I guess you could say a top dog in views because of who you decided to have on the show. So, but don't be hating on AEW because
I'm a hater on AEW. What do you mean?
no, I'm not talking to the IWC, man. You can't be hating on AEW. 615,000 people still watched. Like,
Keep the hate alive, guys.
yeah, that's what actually keeps them alive. To be honest,
Yeah,
615,000 now are going to multiply. You know what I mean? We spoke about the Wesley and Javon Evans match. Were you surprised that Wesley put over the young OG?
no, absolutely not. I think that's the right call. I think has Wesley ever wrestled Randy Orton? You know what I mean? Like Javon Evans is next up. Everybody knows it.
Which it's just crazy, man. He's had these last few weeks for Javon has been crazy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Randy, he's been in the ring with RVDs. Just there. Now he's gotten a chance to step into the ring with Wesley and do some really cool things with Wesley. So, hey, the sky's the limit for him, and I believe he's going to get there. And I could see him being North American champion. I wouldn't be mad if he went over on Tony D. But we don't know what's going to happen there. And Tony D had an not even an incredible match, had such a crazy match. Because I don't understand why they would do that to a legend, get squashed. Then, I mean, I get it, right? Like, you brought families together. Is that what they wanted? Did they get what they wanted?
I mean, he should have squashed him. I mean, let's be honest. But I'm not even trying to be funny because it's just like Tony D is in his prime, baby.
Like, why give him a legend like that? You could have just gave him an actual person who's on the roster. You know what I mean? And allow him to wrestle that person. I mean,
nah, it's ECW legend, baby. Honestly, I when he made that phone call, I was shocked, but I didn't expect him to ask for a match. Like I did not expect that. And when he did, I was like, all right, they're not gonna have a real match, and then it was a squash, and I was like,
I know.
I appreciate that. Like that's putting the younger talent over right there.
That's true. I was like, he's gonna beat his ass. That's crazy, Tony D. But all right, you gotta show yourself. It just happens like that. Some other crazy.
Also, Nunzio, you hold back for family. He didn't really want to take his belt. He didn't want to be a full-time champion again.
Imagine.
I don't know about again. Yeah, I don't know about again, but yeah, and new North American champion, Nunzio.
Everybody would have flipped back to AEW. So this is crazy.
This is nuts.
Some other crazy things that happened on Tuesday night that caught my attention was, or Wednesday night, I should say. Trick Williams he replaced Spike.
Oh, so I feel like you pick, like he's not a Dudley, but like a Uso, he's an honorary Dudley.
An
You know,
honorary Dudley. Fair
he's
enough.
been to Dudleyville.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask the Dudleys when we go see him at WrestleMania. Is Trick Williams an honorary Dudley? And see what they say. What was crazy to me was, out of all nights, there was no tables under the ring. Just so you can bring out Devon.
I assumed that Jada Parker and Lola Vice used every weapon under that ring. They just kept pulling out more and more weapons. I was like, wait, there's 3 more trash cans on this side of the ring? Like it was crazy.
I guess you're right. I guess I didn't really see that aspect of it.
Yeah, so like NXT is never really prepared like ECW was. You know what I mean? They didn't think ahead.
Right.
ECW is like, we need 37 tables.
30 of them is for the first match. The last 7 is for the main event.
Yeah.
We're gonna stack them 5 feet tall, and this guy's gonna jump right through them.
Yep.
But yeah, I was just like, okay, I thought it was really cool that the Dudleys were there. That was awesome to see. It's cool not to see him like actually wrestle. You know, it's cool to see him just do some dope spots. Ethan Page, doing what Ethan Page does and just sucking, I guess. Just doing what he does and going through that table for them, making the Dudleys look big, making Trick look big, and look like the baby faces. So that was interesting.
I mean, Trick took the pin though, right?
Yeah, in a sense, but it's a tag team match, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? That's what they say for Cody.
Cody's never taken a. Oh, I guess in that match, yeah.
It was a tag team match. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't count. Get out of here. I don't want to hear that.
It does count.
You know what did deliver though, man, was that 10-woman tag team match.
Absolutely.
From start to finish, that match delivered the super team of women that NXT has coming up.
Yeah. It's incredible.
Honestly, if you can't keep up, those 10 women right there are probably the 10 best women on that roster.
I think so too. I think they're like really showing you like this is like the power rankings right now.
Yeah.
This is the women's division power ranking.
Jada Parker 11, Lola Vice 12.
Lola Vice is like a little higher than that, but yeah.
You think Lola Vice is up there, top 10 with those 10?
No, I mean higher, like
okay.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
20
Something like that.
We could discuss it one day, but yeah, I feel like you said, they were really showing power, and I you know what? And I think this isn't to show people what's next for NXT. I think this is really to prove to Raw, SmackDown, and AEW, Sean, like, yeah, I got the best women's rosters, hands down.
Hands down.
None of you can touch women's wrestling right now because I am women's wrestling.
Yep.
And it was a phenomenal showcase for those women. Phenomenal showcase for all 10 of those women. I mean, 4 that he's bringing in look great. One young, I'm not gonna say she's green because Kalani's killing it right now. You know what I mean? They gave her the title. They trusted her with something. The first title they trusted her with. She's the inaugural North American Women's Champion, and she looks like she fits. You know what I mean? At a time where I thought she might have not fit because I thought she was way too green, but changed my mind, man. She definitely looks like she's ready to rock and roll with the best of these women. It was really cool to see. It was really awesome to see these 10 women just go at it, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Shouts out to Roxanne Perez for giving everybody a little bit of nostalgia. You know, super kicking my guy from Jersey. That's not cool. But
I just kicked Stone.
It was funny because Stone is much taller than she is, and super kick really didn't get to the face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he still sold it. You know what I mean? He still did, still did his job, and it just made a great team. So, shouts out to those women. Shouts out to Stone for doing some really cool things.
He kind of had a bad night.
You think?
Oh, he got gored.
Oh yeah, that's right. It happens.
He got gored, super kicked. It was a rough night.
I would just quit. Let's jump into a small break, and we'll be right back.
What's up, my fellow bad guys? Just when you thought we were down bad, Brandy's here to pick us right back up. Thanks to our partnership with SeatGeek, we got good seats and great prices. New users can score a fantastic $20 off their final ticket purchase by using the exclusive promo code 4SIDESOTR at checkout for any event. That's 4SIDESOTR. Tell them the bad guy sent you.
Tell them the bad guy sent you.
That's
Four
me.
sides of the ring, or four sides OTR on SeatGeek for new users. $50. Get your tickets, and if you already used the code, just create a new email. That's what our guys at Wrestling Realm say. So
I mean, that's what I did last week.
there you go. Hey, take notes. Randy Savage, three. That's 3 for 3 now. He's trying to put y'all on game. Trying to put y'all on game. But when you see the SeatGeek ad, our partners are always hooking us up with the move the needle. Let's talk about this move the needle. Randy Savage, does Jada Parker move the needle for you, sir?
Absolutely. Like Jada Parker she just has the entire like it factor. Like she has she has the look, she has the skill, and more importantly, she has the promo skill. Every time she cuts a promo, I'm intrigued. It could be as simple as like telling Wendy Chu, no, I mean Tatum Paxley, I don't play. Like that's the difference between me and you. Like she's creative, and I think they seem to have a lot of trust in her. And I honestly believe she's more like 6 or 7 on that list we were just talking about.
Okay. You know what? If we do go down that list, she might be up there. If we truly do go down that list, she might be up there. She's super underrated. She's great. Like you said, she has everything that you want in a wrestler. She's got the skill set. She's got incredible shape. She can talk on the mic. She can sell. And it's kind of hard to find a jack of all trades.
Mm-hmm.
Shawn Michaels found one right here, and you
Yep.
not even kind of say she is homegrown. She's learning from the WWE, so hey, she's definitely somebody who moves the needle for me. She's definitely NXT champion one day. I see in my eyes. You know what I mean? I could definitely see her going to Julia, going to Stephanie, going to Jordan Grace, going to Zariah, and be like, before y'all were here, like I was, like I'm not about to live in y'all shadow. And I think she have incredible matches with those women. So Jada Parker definitely moves the needle for me. Now, if I was Chano Hayes, I'd be like, nah, Jada Parker don't move the needle. She's not that good. And if I was Nit Ram, who's Jada Parker? I'm just joking.
Nitram absolutely loves Jada Parker.
I know they both love Jada Parker. I think they would, if they were both here, they would definitely be like, yes.
Because she's a star, man. She's on her way.
She is a star. She is on her way. She's doing great things, and I feel like since they've added her to the OTM faction, it built her aura up.
Well, I agree with you because I think like one thing about her is like they always say like great wrestlers always say like the best gimmicks are you times like turned up to 110. Mm-hmm. That seems like her. Like it just seems like it's so natural that it's great.
Yeah, definitely. It's fantastic. It's perfect. Let's move on. I want to talk about. Did you watch the opening to AEW?
Yes, I did. I popped.
The Her Syndicate. You popped. So I'm guessing you're feeling. So how are you feeling about the Her Syndicate? Finally got a titty saw, ladies and gentlemen.
Apparently they did it during the intro. I missed it. Like I don't know what happened, but yeah, I finally got to see it. He did it. I was hyped. A little slow. That's my guy. I fucking love Bobby. So anything Bobby's doing, and I always recommend this. The less Bobby talks, the better it is. So keep MVP around.
That's a fact. Same for Shelton. I feel like the less Shelton's talking,
yeah. But everything they're doing though, from like the business cards, I love it all. So I think it's gonna work out great.
Yeah, the whole like if you have one of these, you're a lucky person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. It's great.
I think they need a CEO. That's all I'm saying.
See, a CEO would be cool.
Right?
I'm trying to think who also would be like a good heelish woman to join that faction.
What you mean? I was like,
I know. I'm just saying, but like besides Mercedes, like
Oh,
who else would fit their dynamic for the faction? And honestly, Mercedes is the only person that comes to mind.
honestly, yeah.
Chris Statlander is now a face. Willow would be great, but Willow's just not a believable heel.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Sky Blue?
Willow.
She don't. I feel like she doesn't have like the promo skills for it.
She's another one though. I feel like she's also not a believable heel. Like when she was doing her stuff with Julia, like it just wasn't. I just didn't believe it. Like
Yeah.
that, you know what I mean? Like
I know what you mean.
I just didn't. She didn't have that.
I couldn't
And
suspend belief enough.
I'm actually just trying to think of another heel right now on the women's roster for AEW. Mercedes is definitely the only person that comes to mind. Like Camille will be cool because she's muscle.
She works for them. Yeah, it works for them.
Right, it works for them. But Mercedes has the gimmick that fits.
Mm-hmm. It's like, like they're not the business anymore, so it kind of changes things. Like the Hurt Business would be CEO,
And,
perfect, but
yeah.
the Syndicate still works, man.
And if you put Mercedes in there, she's another one too. Like if she's not talking and MVP is doing the talking for her, it might work. I'm not saying she's a bad promo.
No, I think she continues to talk, but it adds another element to their group, to their faction, that they're actually like low key missing.
That too. Huh? Interesting. I'm gonna have to think on that. We might have to come back when the other guys are around. Because I know China was here. He'd be like, no one cares about the old syndicate. These old.
Oh my god.
Who are over 45 wrestling, trying to get over these young guys. No one cares. Go back to your retirement. And if Nibirum was here, he'd be like, MVP is the greatest of all time. Bobby Lashley. Everybody wished they could wake up like Bobby Lashley, and everybody wishes they could wrestle like the gold standard.
Tell them.
That's what Nibirum would say. Maybe I don't know. They're not here. Maybe
I'm actually not sure if he would say that. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna have to come back to that question. Ask the guys who do they feel like, what woman would be the perfect fit for her syndicate? Let us know. Who do you think would be perfect for her syndicate? Me and Brenny are really stuck on Mercedes right now. Honestly, you know who would be really great for them?
Cool.
The woman that we were just talking about that moved the needle.
Jada Parker, yeah, that'd be perfect.
Jada Parker would be the best option.
Now she has like the first NXT woman to win a hardcore match. Like, she's badass now, man.
Super badass.
She could pay her to hurt people. Like,
man, on AEW we had a tag team match. Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin. And I'm sitting there watching these guys. Orange Cassidy still has the all black on, and you know what that means, wrestling terminology. He got all the black, getting ready to turn heel. Do you think we could see Orange Cassidy turn on Darby Allin after he loses to Jon Moxley?
I can't see it.
Really?
I can't see Orange Cassidy being a bad guy. He doesn't care enough. What? Like, is he gonna be like this?
I feel like after he loses to Jon Moxley, and I could be wrong if he doesn't, but I feel like he is when that happens. And we're definitely gonna do our margarita matches when November 23rd comes around. But I feel like he loses to Mox. Darby goes backstage and tells him like, you know what, man, don't worry about it. Like, I got us. I'm gonna do it. And I think Orange Cassidy is gonna be like, nah, like forget that. Forget you. Forget AEW. Like AEW has done nothing for me since I've lost my international title. I'm just getting my ass beat, work every day. I get no recognition. Like, and now I lose to Jon Moxley, somebody who's threatening AEW, and I can't put AEW on my back, and they did nothing to help. And I feel like he turns. I feel like he turns on all AEW and joins Jon Moxley.
I can't see Orange Cassidy being a bad guy.
Rotten Orange Cassidy? Call him it's I don't know. I could be wrong there, but I really do feel like Orange Cassidy is going to turn on Darby Allin here. Darby Allin is truly going to be Orange is not that baby face or the face of AEW. And we see Darby Allin was.
Darby Allin is, yeah, man. He's the future, definitely. But
So why
yeah,
Darby over Orange Cassidy? You see what I mean? You know, this got to be building up in Orange's head. Like, why are you over me? Why does everybody want you over me? Because you wrestled with Sting?
yeah. Now, not for nothing. Something that was really funny about this match was before it started, like, they're all walking to the ring, and I'm like, oh, who are they facing? Because, like, they're like trios champion, but only two of them are dressed to fight. Just didn't make sense to me. And then, like, they walk to the ring, and it's just like, we don't know who they're fighting. I didn't know who they're fighting yet. And your brother just mentions, like, he's like, oh man, if it's the Dark Order, I'm watching this. Then we find out it's Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin. He changes the channel, and I'm like, aren't you an AEW guy? I'm so confused right now. Like, those are like the faces of AEW, and you're just like, I was lost.
Not the Dark Order. Let me go ahead and go back to this. Jada Parker, Lola Vice.
That's exactly what was on, yeah.
Man. That sucks. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Gotta wait till Full Gear. What happens on November 23rd, and see what happens for Orange Cassidy after he loses to John Moxley. Brother man, I know you've seen all the posts and everything. Adam Cole had a match with Malakai Black, phenomenal match. But it's what happened after the match that everybody was talking about. My man grabbed the mic and says Malakai is one of the greatest wrestlers. He's been with the ring since he started wrestling. And says like a goodbye. It seemed like it was a goodbye to Malakai Black. So the rumor mill started. IWC was crazy. Aleister Black's a free agent 2025. He wants out. He doesn't want to be there no more. He's back to WWE. Then Malakai comes back and says, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not injured. Like, I'm good. I'm just chilling. I'm loving what I'm doing. When you seen all this, did you feel like at the time when you watched it, like, is he leaving? Do you feel like it was a goodbye and they're just trying to cover it up?
I didn't have the feeling when I was watching it. It just felt like, they kept talking about the history of them throughout the whole, like, before the match, leading into the match, like, even like the poster for the match itself was a black and gold poster. Like, the history was written into this match of like the black and gold days where Malakai Black never lost to Adam Cole. And I feel like it was more like a thank you, because like it was definitely more of a thank you to, like, for giving me this opportunity, because like also at the same time it's kind of weird. I feel like it was because it was competing with NXT, but it was kind of weird that he faced Malakai Black before Brody King.
Yes.
It's very weird, and I'm sure, like I said, it was because of the head-to-head. They had to find something for that. But like, I don't know, that was a strange task. Like, so I feel like it was just like one of those thank yous, like, because like when you beat the leader of the group, what's the point of facing one of the other guys?
And my whole thing with this Adam Cole thing right now that I'm truly not understanding is he's supposed to be in a competition with his best friend Roderick Strong, first to win 3 matches, and Roderick Strong hasn't had a match.
I don't know. I remember Roger Strong being that stipulation.
I thought it was that's what MJF said. Whoever wins.
No, he said you just. I thought he said it just to Adam Cole. I don't remember it being to Roderick Strong.
Oh, because I thought Roderick wanted MJF. I got to go back and look at that promo, but I could have sworn
Yeah.
Roderick wanted MJF. Adam was like, no, like he's mine, and then MJF had was getting that back massage and said, whichever one of you get 3 matches, whoever wins 3 matches first, we'll wrestle me at Full Gear.
Maybe I don't remember. I remember the promo, but I don't remember. Yeah,
Maybe Roderick Strong's having matches on Dark. You know what I mean, or on Rampage.
probably.
He's not watching. He might be too.
Oh, so they're gonna face each other?
Who knows? And then no contest, and then it becomes a triple threat match. And
Gross.
Roderick Strong turns on Adam Cole,
I mean, that's expected.
deeming that he's best friends with MJF
That's not expected.
with the devil mask.
Maxwell.
We'll see, man. We'll see. Dude, I know you're not a big fan of Hook. I know you don't think he has-
Understatement of the year.
I know you don't think he has any aura or anything like that. My question for you though is there any good? Is there any good for the outcome that he has with this feud?
Yes, we gain entertainment. We get Christian Cage shitting on another father, and you know how we feel about deadbeat wrestling fathers. So
I guess I'm not asking What's the outcome for us? What's the outcome for Hook in this feud with Christian Cage?
Personally, I don't. What has been the outcome for Hook going forward for like these last? Didn't he just lose the FTW title and all the all this shit to
He retired it.
Jericho?
He gave it to Taz.
But it's just, like I
He
don't
won it
know.
back. He won it back and retired it.
He keeps doing these long feuds, like 3 match feuds with like legends, and I'm just that's what he gains from it. Is like he always wins at the end, and it's just like I don't see it, man. I'm not a fan of Hook. I don't think he's the guy. So like I feel like this is wasting Christian Cage's time.
Sadly, I kind of agree with you, and I'm a fan of Hook. I want good things for him because I feel like he could be a star. And you're right, man. They throw him in these like rinky-dink storylines. His best storyline so far since he's been with the company, in my opinion, is with Samoa Joe, and how he wanted Samoa Joe and then started to learn from Samoa Joe. And after all that happened, because Samoa Joe had to go film season 2 of Twisted Metal, which I think they just wrapped up, and hopefully he's making his way back, which would be really cool. But for me, this outcome has nothing for Hook. Like nothing positive for Hook comes out of this. You know what I mean? You're right
Hmm.
when you say we get entertainment from Christian Cage and him making all these dad jokes and everything like that. Like to tell somebody who wishes his father was dead is wild. You know what I mean? Like it's a great thing everybody can understand kayfabe. So, but it's just one of those things. Like I just don't see nothing good for Hook out of this. Like once it's over, and he's not going to gain anything from it. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Well, I don't know what's going to happen during this. Could you see Hook taking that contract away from him? Christian Cage says, "If you beat me, I'll give you this contract."
No, I just feel like
Could you see it as a stipulation though, and then like his boys jump him,
yeah, they just beat his ass. That's what I
and then
want.
and that's a good. I guess that's a good way for Samoa Joe to come back. You know what I mean? Like come say,
If
"Hey,
it leads to Samoa Joe coming back, then I'm all for it.
I could, yeah, you know what? Yeah, if all this is for Samoa Joe to come back, then I'm all for it. I'm all for it. You know who is back though? Once again, rising from the ashes, Powerhouse can't pick up Paul Wright Hobbs. Maybe he was in the gym. I don't know, but he's back. What do you want from him this time, man? What do you need from Powerhouse Hobbs to get behind him and start actually cheering him
So I always felt like the problem with Powerhouse Hobbs is he can't tell the story in like a feud. Like it's just like he's not a good promo, so like it's not conveyable. I think that's always been his issue. I think he just needs to express more to the crowd, whether it be his like fighting wise or whatever. I just honestly, you know what I want?
Tell me.
Go away. like we needed some hate on this episode, baby. Some spice.
Bullshit, man. Oh man, I don't know about go away, man. But for me, you say he can't tell a story, and I feel like there was a time where if Nate Ram was here, he'd probably agree with me. There was a time he was telling a story. He had the whole book of Hobbs. You know what I mean? And there was always going to be a chapter, and he was always going to do something with the wrestler during that chapter. I think we got to like chapter 2, and it was redemption. He was wrestling Miro, and at the time, I feel like Miro said he wasn't, he didn't want to put nobody over because he felt like he didn't have to put anybody over. So Powerhouse Hobbs lost that match, and then it was like the book of Hobbs was all done. Like they did all these great vignettes for him and everything, and then this guy's dropped. I just, you know what, I just want to see a good story. I want to see him do something interesting. It looks like he's teaming up with the mighty baby faces of AEW. To fight the Donk. There's so many AEW storylines. You know what I mean? You got Team AEW trying to stop the BCC, and then you have Team AEWB trying to stop the Don Callis family.
Yep.
So it's
You got
you
while the Bucks and the private party are also beefing, but the Bucks are running from like
right
the
from AEW.
yeah, it's crazy.
It's all yeah, it's craziness, but it's good craziness because it's entertaining. But for Powerhouse Hobbs, man, I just really want to see something successful out of this return. I want to see you do something different, something cool. If you're gonna be the powerhouse, let's do it. I don't want to see tag team. I want to see you in the singles run trying to go for some type of goal and prove it to the world that they belong here in the sport of professional wrestling because it's been a little lackluster, and that may not be your fault. Injuries happen, um, and creative might not just be doing a great thing for you, but as far as I know, they're in control of their own creative. So, I just want to see something good. I'm not gonna tell them to go away, not yet. But I just want to see something. Before we get into our main event question, Ricochet is going up against Takeshita. We don't know when. I think it's Full Gear. I don't think they really made an announcement, right? I don't want to ask why Takeshita. I want to ask you, why shouldn't Ricochet go over on Takeshita?
Because Takeshka's the guy. Like, I think we need to put Takeshka on a pedestal. If Miro at some point was able to be like, I don't think I should go over just because I shouldn't. I mean, I shouldn't be people over just because I shouldn't. I feel like Takeshka should be able to take the same liberties. That man is a monster. I'm like, I really can't name anybody that I feel like should be going over Takeshka, realistically. Like, I wanted to riot when Jericho went over that one time, and it was in the middle of like a long feud, and it still pissed me off. But
You know what, man?
yeah,
I thought about this, and it's just like, okay, I'm so far I like what Ricochet has been doing in AEW match wise, storyline wise. I'm not a big fan, but him being in the ring doing the things that he loves with the people he truly cares about, his friends, and just watching him have fun is awesome to see. But I agree with you, Takeshka. If there's anybody who's really laid their back down for AEW really never really made a complaint about anything, but did what he was told is Takeshita. And he got his time, and I'm with you, man. When Jericho went over in Japan, it was like, why? Why did we do this? And he took a backseat for a long time, and then he finally stepped up and said, "Yo, like, why not me? Why can't
hmm
I could beat Will? Like, forget everybody you got, Don. Like, let me do it." And he got his title. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm like you, man. I don't think there's anybody right now on the roster that I feel like in that category of international champion that could go over Takeshita.
I don't feel like there's anybody in any category.
Really?
hmm
Not even John Moxley?
Like, if I had to make exceptions, like Okada, John Moxley, like the real heavy hitters.
Like a returning like Kenny Omega?
No, Takeshka should go over returning Kenny Omega.
Okay. I feel like he's gonna reign for quite some time. Honestly, I could kind of see, and I could be wrong, but I think they're like lingering into a way where they're trying to like have Kyle Fletcher be Baby Callis, and I see Don kind of catering to him more. I can see Kyle Fletcher going over to Takeshita with the help.
That's not a bad pick. That's not a bad pick. I'm not gonna lie, because like if Takeshka actually uses the screwdriver this time, he could the possibilities are endless.
Hmm. We'll see, but I don't think Ricochet should go over on Takeshita. I think they're gonna have a phenomenal match. They're gonna.
They're gonna cook. Like you know what I mean? Like we know Ricochet, what they called him for years, and so like we know that Osprey and Takeshka cook, so they should definitely be cooking. So
Oh, yeah.
this match is gonna cook. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, I'm 100% excited for Ricochet is supposed to be going to New Japan Pro Wrestling to be
hmm
fighting for the New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Well, I mean, even like this started at the Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling event a couple weeks ago. Me and Nick remember watching that, and that's when it started. So like, man, Takeshka is traveling the world right now. We just spoke about it earlier today. Takeshka's going to be at the New Japan thing tomorrow.
Yeah, Friday
And
night.
he's everywhere right now.
Showing that title everywhere. So he's doing his thing. They're definitely doing his thing with that championship. A great champion. Let's jump into our main event question.
It looks like all the talking has been done. It's time for the main event.
Main event question, Bernie Savage. Are pre-recorded episodes worth the watch on social media nowadays?
They're not like they've even without social media. I don't feel like they're worth the watch. If it doesn't have that little live thing on the top right there, you know what I mean? It's not worth it. The whole reason like SmackDown at some point changed their name to SmackDown Live was because they're like, the live is the selling point. If you're just going to take away the live aspect of it, it just kind of ruins it. Especially if you have spoilers online. Like now, it's just you know it's kind of frustrating. Honestly, it makes me feel like we're being taken for granted.
You know, that's a fact, dude. I honestly, when Monday came around, I said I'll tune in just a little bit, but it's so hard, like on a lunch break, where if I'm just like chilling, to like not hop onto Facebook, Instagram, and already see what's
Mm-hmm.
going on. And then obviously, I'm a fan, so I'm just gonna watch it. I don't, I'm not too worried about the spoilers. Like if it's something good, I might watch it when it comes on. I might, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Me,
No,
depending on what's on television. Like if the Knicks are playing, I'm not gonna watch a pre-recorded episode.
I'm not watching pre-recorded, and if it's like my football team's playing, not happening.
Not happening. And yeah, man, I just pre-recorded episodes, man, are just not worth it. In my opinion, you know, they're just not worth it because with social media, you get so much of it, and you get the good stuff of it, and you don't really have to watch.
You know, so like a good example of that, right, is like when Eric Bischoff kind of spoiled it. He was doing that for weeks before it blew up in his face. But like that type of thing was ruining views for Raw because it's just like, why would I tune in? I know the outcome. I think
Yeah.
they need to do a better job of presenting that show live in America. Like if it's gonna be on a 12-1, show it. Show it on whatever channel will bid for it or whatever.
Yeah, show it live, and then show it again at 8 o'clock.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I could see that.
Like
I could see that.
USA's playing Law and Order reruns from the night before. Like they're replaying the episodes from the night before. Just play Raw at 1 o'clock, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're playing. They play reruns from 2005.
No, I mean like so it's the same exact episode that's on at 9 o'clock at night the night before.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Like they're like it's so frustrating. It's like why is it the same one?
Somebody over there got one job, and they said, you know what, copy and paste.
Yep.
Copy and paste. You know, I only asked because in March, WWE already announced their road to WrestleMania. And they're going to travel to several countries, and we're going to have 6 episodes. Now next year, it's going to be a little different with Netflix. We don't know how it's going to work yet, right? But how does that work? You know, for us, I guess we could tune in live with Netflix when they're on Raw.
I hope so. I would assume so, yeah.
I would assume so. I would assume that we could tune in live, and that we don't get pre-recorded episodes from them. But like you said, the SmackDown aspect of it, I guess that's why they changed it from SmackDown Live just back to SmackDown. You know, those episodes are going to be pre-recorded, and those will come out. And I think the last one, I forgot what country it is, before they travel to WrestleMania. You know, it's kind of, I don't know. I just feel like the road to WrestleMania should be within the states.
Yeah, no, it should be like presented the right way.
Right. And it's just, I don't know. I just pre-recorded episodes just don't sit right with me. In anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even like. Sometimes I won't even watch. Like if I miss the Knicks game and I see it's gonna be on TV the next day, I know the score already. I don't gotta watch it.
I got the highlights on YouTube, man.
Right. Yeah, I got the highlights on YouTube. So yeah. That's just really like. You know what? Yeah, I agree with you. If you're gonna do an episode, throw that motherfucker on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Fuck it. You know, like you're gonna get people to tune in. You're definitely gonna get people because who's watching the USA Network at 1 in the afternoon?
No one.
Exactly. So yeah, I definitely agree with you, man. Like let's just play it live, and people will watch it when they want to watch it. And if they can't watch it, they'll report it. If they can't report it, put the episodes back on freaking Hulu. People can watch it when they need to.
Yo, seriously, we need some type of streaming service for these wrestling shows, man.
Yeah.
AEW, we're talking to you too, bro.
Well, NXT's got the CW app.
That's lit. Okay.
That's next day, and the CW app is free, so you can watch. Honestly, I think it's not even next day. I think it's like hours after the show's done.
That's pretty lit.
So yeah, be more like the CW app, USA Network.
So, I mean, now that you mention it,
TBS.
Fox was like that. They did have.
Actually, if you have the TBS and TNT app, you can sign in with your cable provider and you can watch the reruns.
That's lit.
So you know what? USA Network, get it together.
Now I gotta call my cable provider and tell them this. Like, hey, these episodes are available on this. Shout out, View.
Oh man, Rennie, we're gonna miss you, brother, until you come back. It is your last episode for a little bit. You know, hopefully you'll get
Sure.
to show your face. Hopefully you get to show your face around.
Wow, man, I'll be around
Yeah,
a
definitely.
lot. Like,
we got the hot tags, so we have to bring back hot tags. So
yes. Now that's something I do plan on trying to do. Definitely doing the recaps and stuff. But like, I don't, my shit don't start till around 10 p.m. So like, y'all start recording at 9. I'm gonna just bust through Nate Ram's door and just say what up to y'all. I don't care if y'all streaming. I don't care.
Maybe we'll just move it up, like an hour earlier or something.
That'd be lit.
All right, yeah, I gotta get up out of here, fellas.
Yeah, like these are my plugs.
These are my plugs. Other than that, everybody, listen. We have incredible friends who are all part of 3 Count Trivia, who are all patient with us. We know we've been slacking on it, but we picked right back up. And episodes will be dropping this weekend, so pay attention. The table, we had to change the tables. We had some mishaps with the scheduling. We sadly had to tell a podcast that they were no longer compete because they were just kind of hard to tag along with, and we're hoping that they can come back for season 3 if the case might be. But we moved on, so 2 episodes dropping this weekend. Make sure you pay attention to all socials because 3 Count Trivia is back on the map. We are going to claim some new champions, maybe because championship culture, they're retaining their titles. Hopefully, in my book, that's who I got. I don't think anybody can beat our guys. So, other than that, Brandy, let the people know where they can find you.
You already know it's Brandy freaking Savage on Twitter. It's Life and Times LYFE on Instagram, and you can find me at King Savage NYC on PSN. I need some friends, y'all. Get some hoops in me, man. I'm looking for the night owls, but like people that up at like 6-7 a.m. playing.
True. Yes, guys, you already know I'm Marcus Hernandez, the founder of MH. If you want to follow me on X, Marcus Hernandez. Most of all our social platforms. 4 Sides of the Ring podcast on IG, X from Threads, Sides podcast. We're on everything. YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe to all our content. We're on TikTok. We did a very special live interview on the ring. Really excited to be our soul. I got a tattoo that I'm not going to show you. Stay tuned to that too. We're working with a guy named John Slater. Phenomenal job of everybody. But other than that, everybody enjoy your weekend. Enjoy Friday Night SmackDown. Enjoy not wrestling, not watching it right.
Were you the second viewer on YouTube?